Brian Cashman, good to have you aboard. How are you today, okay?
I'm good. Great to be here.
Always a pleasure. You got to feel good for Aaron Boone, Brian. I know, he's been at this a while. I know that, the Yankee fan has at times, because of postseason scenarios, have given him a hard time. He gets a chance to relish this. That was your hire. You feel good for him. Let's go there first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's an exceptional manager. I think, his record speaks for itself. He's now led us to the big stage, a World Series opportunity, and I'm so proud of how he hasn't changed one bit every step of the way. You know, this is a tough market that hardens people, and you can get bitter and upset or fight back. And instead, all he's done is focus on doing the best job he can on a daily basis, and he's kept the same demeanor in good times and in bad times. And that is a very difficult thing to do. But that's why, one of the reasons why we hired him. We thought he had those traits, and it's carried us to this platform now.
All right, that's number one. Number two, 15 years is a long time. I know this is a crapshoot, but even for the Yankees, that's a little long. Give me your thoughts here of finally getting back and winning a pennant after a 15-year, I don't want to say drought, that's not fair, but you understand what I'm saying with the gap. How about winning the pennant? How does that mean to you? Let me hear.
It means a lot, and I hate the 15-year thing because it completely forgets and discounts that some other organization cheated us when we were all the way in the end. If you knew what was going on, I don't think they would be advancing during that time thing. I think we would have been advancing. So I hate that 15-year thing because I don't think it accurately reflects history. But regardless, we're proud to be where we are now. I think, without a doubt, our baseball ops, our organization led by our owner, Hal Steinbrenner, I think we put a championship caliber team out on the field every year that you can dream big things on. And this year's version has happened to punch through so far, and hopefully we can take advantage of it by winning 4 more games.
And, Cash, you're still bothered by that 17 ALCS. That will be for another conversation. All right, how about the idea now with the Dodgers? Now, listen, I just said it. You might not like it, but I do think that, most times when you win a pennant, you can enjoy that. And even if you lose the World Series, you can live with it, outside of George in '81 when he broke his hand on the elevator. But forget that one. But I think because of the Yankees and the Dodgers and the payrolls, I almost think it's winner takes all. I'm not too sure. From the middle of January, you or Friedman will be sitting there enjoying the idea that you won the pennant but lost the World Series. Do you like that idea? Do you think I'm wrong, or do you think there's some truth to that? Let me hear.
Well, I think there's definitely truth to that. Listen, you don't dream of getting, I think the accomplishment of winning a pennant is spectacular in and of itself. But no one, is designing anything in their offices or in the scouting community or the player development side, or especially the owner's chair, of saying, hey, I want to win the American League or I want to win the National League. The truth is you want to win a world championship because that's how you're remembered, whether you do. And in many cases, as years go by, you don't remember who, people don't remember you played for a championship. They just remember if you won the championship. So, yeah, we have high goals. Just like the Dodgers do, and it's about winning a World Series. So yes, whoever doesn't win is going to be, missed opportunity, regrets, and all that. So hopefully we can take advantage of it. We know we're up against a great franchise, but we also know we have a great franchise. So you're right. You said winner take all, and that's what it's going to be.
Cash, are you down on the idea that guys like me think that the Yankees had an easy path going through the American League Central, and now you're sticking your toes in the deep end of the pool, which maybe, puts a little more pressure? The Yankees got to prove that they're on this level. Have you heard that? What's your take with that theory? Let me hear.
Yeah, I don't understand that in any way, shape, or form. I think Kansas City had an amazing year. The Guardians had an incredible year with the second best record in the American League. I heard people saying the Astros and the Orioles were removed, so that should make things easier. But if that was the case, then how are those teams removed? They got beat by somebody that proved at that period of time that they were better for various reasons. So it's noise. It's a false narrative. I think it's disrespectful to those organizations that did, and those players and the managers and coaching staff that did such a great job to get there. And I don't understand that. But it's nothing I can do to say anything more than that. I think it's
good answer, though. A good answer. That's what I want. How about you personally now? Yeah, man, you've been here for such a long time. You were at Watson's feet. You won all those titles. You know, you haven't won one now in 15 years. The Yankees have been, and you've orchestrated still a great team and a great franchise, the best in the sport. How do you feel? Compare this appearance into the World Series compared to, say, 09 or 03 or, you know, the great run with you and Torres in 96, 98, 99, and 2000. Give me a little historical perspective from your account. Let me hear.
Well, none of those were easy. And I know when we were going through it, Chris, on any of the ones we finally punched through on, true serum in my body, at least going into it, was don't know if we're going to win this. You know, you're respecting your opponent and the reasons they're there, and you go through on the advanced scouting side of all the reasons why they're so dangerous and they can take you out. You know, so and every time I think from a general manager's chair, you're always in the position of saying, I wish I did more. I wish I did more. I think certainly the teams that have fallen by the wayside on both sides of this thing are feeling the same way. You know, you're not considered perfect unless you actually are hosting that World Series trophy. But you know, at the end of the day, whether it was 1996 where we beat the Braves, or 98 against the Padres, or all the way to 2009 when we beat the Phillies, every single one of those were challenges along the way, overcoming opponents sometimes that were you know, considered better than you, and therefore you upset them, or you know, obviously, you know, somehow standing your ground and finding a way to punch through despite how good those teams were. So true serum in me, you know, we can be beat, but we can also beat anybody. So it just comes down to how you play that week, and you're certainly hoping for the best.
All right, last thing, and I know you said good things about Stanton, so I'll go a little different way with this one. Give Torres credit. You know, Boone benched him, seemed to get the attention. He's played a good second base. He's hit great in the leadoff spot. You know, he can sometimes cause some Yankee fans a little angst, and he has done a hell of a job. Give you Magic credit on that. We can bring up Holmes, too, but I want to do Torres. I'll get your thoughts with him. Go ahead. Let me hear.
This is a tough market. Gleyber Torres, without a doubt, is a heck of a second baseman. He goes into his free agent walk year, and sometimes that can be, you know, the weight of the world on you. And when you struggle in this market, you know, you know, the weight of the fan base and the talk shows and the papers and the fans in the stands, that can really wreak havoc on your ability to have success on a consistent basis because you're trying to overcome that. This guy showed his toughness. He showed up when when it counted the most. Without a doubt, you know, hey, he might have been our MVP if it wasn't for Stanton. The postseason he's had and the stretch he had after the trade deadline really, again, is more reflective of the true player skills he is. He's a hell of a hitting second baseman, and of course, we need everything he's got along with his teammates to get past this Dodgers.
Brian, thanks for coming on. I know you're busy and not easy for you to figure it out, but I appreciate it. You know that. I've known you a long time. Thanks very much. Good luck. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris.
A few minutes here.